Episode 6? Is that where we're at?
I think so, buddy. I think we are on 6.
How many of these do we have to do until the sponsors start rolling through?
It's not about how many, it's about how many people watch, I think is the prime number that we need to watch for.
Maybe. Or if you're just searching like X brand is out there and they'll search through Twitter and they'll see us if we hashtag them, even though we have 35 viewers.
35 viewers per video.
Yes.
So I take that as a partial win. It's a little bit more than what you're making it out to be.
I'll take one. Just one sponsor.
You mean one sponsor?
Yeah,
Listen, man, we have, which I was talking to you about this before. I re-listened to our anchor sponsor. It sounds so fucking stupid. It sounds so dumb. And every time I listen to our podcast, just to make sure that it runs right, I'm like, we need to re-record that because it sounds so awful.
I keep forgetting about that. Do you want to do it again?
Oh, I would. Yeah, I would love to. Okay. I feel like we definitely need to because in the time it sounded so good. Like recording it the first time, I was like, okay, this sounds great. And then like re-listening to it, I was like,
what an idiot! Oh, what a loser!
It sounds so bad.
Good.
Hey, dude, we're just getting our dick wet. Got to start somewhere.
That is very true. So how have you been, man? How's your day gone?
Shit, it's fucking snowing at the end of April.
Yeah, how does that make you feel? Welcome to Buffalo, right?
Yeah, I don't know why I'm surprised.
I'm not surprised even in the least bit. I just knew that it was coming. Usually we get like one more shit snowfall before the nice weather stays, but I was hoping that we were going to avoid that this year.
I thought we were. Thought we were in the clear, but we're not. So we're inside and we're drinking, probably becoming an alcoholic, and podcasting.
Speaking of drinking, I stopped drinking coffee recently.
Oh, you did stop?
I stopped fully. Cold turkey, and it's terrible.
And why?
I get the gnarliest. Well, so every day I would drink coffee before I go to work, get to work, backtrack. I would drink coffee before I leave for work. Then on the way to work, get a second iced coffee just to get me through the day. And on the days where I wouldn't work, I just pretty much wouldn't drink coffee. It was a mix between just not waking up late and whatever. And by the middle of the afternoon, I'm just like my head feels like it's going to explode. Like it's the most uncomfortable feeling.
Why do you drink coffee?
Because I like the taste.
Okay, so it's not for the caffeine, it's for the taste?
Maybe I'm just telling myself that. Maybe so, like actually I need it for the caffeine, but I tell myself that I enjoy a nice Starbucks iced coffee, one pump classic sweetener, vanilla cold foam, and a dash of cinnamon.
Okay. Didn't know I was podcasting with a white lady, but
no. Listen, man, don't knock it till you fuck. Listen, this is coming from the guy when we went. You got a mocha.
Let me tell you something.
Which is literally a children's, like an adult version of a hot chocolate.
Let me tell you something about me, Michael. If it comes down to it, if I see mocha somewhere, two things. Either one, I've already had it, or two, I'm getting it.
And there's no in between.
There is no in between.
Those are the two.
Yeah.
Now, what about it? Is it literally just because it's an adult version of a hot chocolate? Like, is that the reason, or do you have
the drink?
Yeah,
is just delicious. Put some fucking whipped topping on there to make it a little creamy.
Do you know what else you put on whipped topping on? Hot chocolate. It's the exact same thing.
With coffee.
Yeah. I don't know.
Just a little different.
I'm not sold on it.
Mocha anything. Mocha wafers, mocha chocolate, anything mocha.
Isn't mocha chocolate? Right? What is mocha?
I don't really have an answer, but I know that I dig it.
You don't know? I don't. Seriously, gun to head, what is mocha? Is it chocolate covered coffee?
I think it's
or is it just coffee?
I think
or
it's
chocolate?
A bean.
No, is it
like a mocha bean? Just different flavor. They do something to it.
I thought mocha was chocolate just with coffee in it. Like I thought that's what mocha was.
It's a type of chocolate. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. It's chocolate with coffee. Any chocolate with coffee is a mocha.
Oh, that's probably true too.
Yeah.
But there's mocha flavored food stuff, like
What?
candy.
Yeah, because it's chocolate coffee, right?
Is it coffee though? You just said it was chocolate. So which one is it?
I thought it was chocolate flavored coffee.
Well, if it's in, those big fucking heart shaped things that you buy.
For like Valentine's Day?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's mocha stuff in there. So is the mocha the chocolate, or if it's
Is
coffee?
it the coffee?
I don't know, but I love it, and I don't know why it's a
know.
problem.
It's not a problem.
It was because you were grilling me.
If you're making fun of me for my specialized iced coffee drink and you're ordering a mocha,
Yeah, because there's 19 instructions on how to make it.
I'm pretty sure it's 4, and they're very fucking simple. I'll tell you what. Listen, I'm never going to talk down to anyone that does fast food, but I swear to God, every time I've ever gone to a fast food place, something in my order's been wrong, and not once have those fucking people at Starbucks ever gotten my order wrong. They are on it. They are fucking amazing.
So you quit coffee. I love coffee. I don't know if I would want to. I'm not reliant on it. I don't drink it for the caffeine.
Mm-hmm.
Like I like artistic,
Artisanal,
artisanal.
autistic, artisanal coffee is what you like.
Yeah, I love it all. Like I like finding different coffees and the taste of everything. Like I enjoy, like, because I'm a black coffee guy.
Yeah.
If I go to a diner, if I typically go Tim Hortons, Starbucks, if it's not a mocha, it's like black coffee.
Those are 2 very different flavors. As far
Yeah, and then
as,
you're not even bringing in the dark roast.
where were we just going with that?
I don't know. You're a coffee addict. 'Cause you had to
no.
stop.
So okay. So you said you drink it, but do you drink it regularly, like on the daily?
Yes.
Multiple daily.
Multiple, no.
Have you ever just tried to stop?
Tried to stop. No, I've never felt the need to stop.
okay,
Like I could go a day without
Question:
it.
Have you
or-
ever gone multiple days in a row?
Yeah.
Yeah. And did you get any sort of adverse headaches or bullshit, or no? Am I just a pussy?
I think you're just a pussy.
I kind of was figuring that. I didn't want to like stab myself right away. But thank you for the reassurance.
Sure thing, buddy. I just, I don't know. Coffee is just part of my routine, I guess. And I don't think that like my body is reliant on it, so it doesn't bother me.
See, I didn't think so either, and I think that's what any addict says until they stop it and they're like, "Oh shit, my body needs this."
But I can go days. I don't know.
You just have strong will. Speaking of putting things on things, with your whipped cream and my delicious toppings, what? Now, there's 2 distinct ways of thought or thought processes. I think
This is gonna be good.
I'm working on it. Now, do you prefer overall, if you had to for the rest of your life only have one, would you rather have sauces or condiments? Because they're very different things.
Okay.
Very different.
Explain the difference. Obviously, I know what sauces are.
Right.
What do you constitute as a condiment?
I'd say a sauce is primarily its function is for dipping
Okay.
or primarily for dipping, whereas condiments
So it's not
add,
on it?
It can. I think condiments are put on something to add to enhance the experience, whereas sauces are just kind of like they're there, you dip. Is how I differentiate the 2.
Condiments.
Condiments, favorite condiments.
Mayo.
Now is mayo a sauce?
You just said it goes on it to enhance it.
but
so
it's
a
also
condiment.
but it's also an aioli. You can dip it.
I didn't say aioli.
That's mayo. It's the same thing.
It's a
bougie.
fancy mayo.
It's
That has a different name
so you're
for
saying
a different purpose.
You're saying cheap poor man's mayo is yours. Hellman's or Hallman's or whatever. Hellman's.
Miracle Whip. I just fucking say that.
That's totally different. Miracle Whip's totally
Same
different.
thing. Whatever that fucking white cream is. I was gonna say white sauce, but then I get my point agitated.
See? Okay, so mayo. Do you have another one?
Condiments?
See, you're saying mayo might be a condiment.
Yeah, that's what you're asking me.
Yeah.
I mean, condiments would also be food too, right? Like pickles. That's a condiment.
Is it, or is relish a condiment? And pickles food.
Isn't a relish just mashed
See,
up
these are very
pickles?
difficult questions that we're trying to hammer out right now, T.
Yeah, but you're not really setting any guidelines.
No.
Like, I don't know.
Because are there really guidelines?
Or are they the same thing? Sauces,
they?
barbecue sauce.
Right. But usually you dip that, right? Or
I think that's 50-50.
you're right. To be honest, I'm just trying to work through this because I had this thought the other day, and I was like, I'm going to a baseball game in a couple weeks. And I was like, I'm so excited to get a hot dog. And then I started thinking about what are they going to be all pre-wrapped? And then what condiments are going to have available to me because of COVID? So I started thinking about what if I had a choice between like what's most important in the condiment sauce, like whatever.
You were definitely debating yourself while you were high when you said that.
So high. But I was genuinely thinking like if I had to choose for the rest of my life 3 condiments or sauces, or if I could only have one, which would I choose? And I thought it was such a hard.
What did you end up on?
I didn't get that far. That's why I saved it for the podcast. I was
Oh.
hoping you could help me.
So you didn't come up with 3?
No. I mean, I got to think, I really, if I'm getting a hot dog, I pretty much get the works. I get ketchup, mustard, onions,
A
relish.
lot of people would get mad at you for putting ketchup on a hot dog.
Why?
I think that's a real thing. I've been seeing it lately for some reason. I do it, but
I see a lot of shit online that's not true. But, okay, that was my hot dog. What is your hot dog of choice? You're the perfect dog. If you're at a party, if you're at a cookout, if you're at a ball game, what are you getting?
a ball game, ketchup, onions, mustard,
You
relish.
literally just gave me shit about putting ketchup on a hot dog.
No, I said people. That's like the hot thing is that you're not supposed to
Oh.
put ketchup on the hot dog.
Okay, fuck those people. All right,
It's supposed to
continue.
be
Sorry.
mustard.
I didn't mean to cut you off. So,
Did you ask me for a number or just what I'm
what
loading it up on?
you're putting on your dog?
Ketchup, onions, mustard, relish.
So pretty much the works, everything, right? Ketchup, onions, mustard, relish. Yeah, that's what I'm
If
putting
they
on.
got a fancy one, I'll throw some sauerkraut or something on there.
Ooh, see, I can't do sauerkraut.
That's neither. That's not a condiment or that's a food. They're just throwing food on top of food.
Isn't that really what a condiment is, though? It's just food on top of food.
But it's in a different form that makes it the condiment, I think.
No, you're right. See, this is just what I was really struggling to figure this out. Because then I'm thinking sauces. I mean, what sauce? Barbecue sauce? Ranch, okay.
Blue cheese.
But exactly, from Buffalo, I'm not drinking ranch anyway. But then we're getting into just
don't-
like
don't fucking hate on
dressing.
ranch. Ranch is
But then we're
delicious.
getting into like dressings, which is completely different from sauces, I feel like.
No, dressings are either vinegar based or some kind of
Milk-based?
oil based.
Were you saying ranch is in the dressing? It's in the fucking name.
There's a ranch dressing, but it has more of something in it that makes it ranch. Like when you buy a ranch dressing from the store, it's different than like Hidden Valley Ranch.
No, that's exactly the same thing.
Nah, they're different, I think.
No, it's you think
Because it's called ranch dressing on the label. It's not ranch.
you,
Okay, I'm glad you find that funny.
you think when you go to the store, there's a separate ranch
There is.
dressing and ranch dipping sauce?
There is, yes.
Get the fuck out of here! No, there is not. It's the same thing.
Why are they labeled different?
They're not because one's like the cheap version. The other
No,
one's
one says ranch dressing, and the like Hidden Valley Ranch.
Now, does Hidden Valley make one that says ranch dressing?
Probably because they're two different things.
No, they're not. Like you're telling me two different brands that call it ranch and ranch dressing. Hidden Valley probably has it trademarked.
Maybe you're right. I don't know. Maybe.
So, is there a difference between the barbecue sauce that like you baste and a barbecue sauce you dip?
Yeah, it's a marinade. Well, to dip. No, those are the same things.
No, the same things. So, why is it different with ranch?
Because it's not a dressing.
Is it a sauce?
Like, I think the term dressing means it has a different component. It's made different or something.
I don't think there is. See, listen. I told you that I wanted to bring this topic up, and you looked at me like I was crazy. But this is people want to know this. People are going to tune in to this podcast to figure out the difference between sauces, dressings, and condiments.
I hope they're happy. There's not really... The only thing I don't like to put on things that I guess would be considered a condiment,
Okay,
tomatoes. But ketchup,
completely different.
okay.
Different stratosphere as
Okay.
far as ketchup and tomatoes.
Okay. Is ketchup a sauce or a condiment?
That's the problem that I was having. You clearly
Or are we just
dip-
fucking arguing over nothing because they mean the same thing?
They could mean the same thing, but I think this is an important conversation to have. Now, ketchup, you definitely dip things in ketchup. You dip fries in ketchup, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you also put ketchup on a hot dog, on a hamburger. It's a condiment.
My educated guess on where we're gonna end up here is that
It doesn't fucking matter.
sauces are on the side, condiments are just on the actual item.
Sure.
So if ranch is on it, it now becomes a condiment because it's combined with the item.
So there has to be a if this, then that situation.
What is this fucking computer science where I'm making a program?
This isn't computer science, Tyler. This is a very important topic that I'm trying to get to the bottom of.
Get to the bottom of it.
I
What
can't.
are you stuck on?
I
think I just- I
think
think
the
I just
whole
fixed it.
basis of the question.
I think I
you
just
did.
fixed it.
You're right. I think you did. That was pretty good. But speaking of foods, let's just go into that. Do you find it weird that different foods, the same food cooked differently, taste completely fucking different?
Like ketchup and tomatoes.
Sure, that's a good, maybe a little bit different. I think that's a process, like oatmeal, right?
Oats.
I hate oats. Like, rewind, oats. I hate oatmeal with like a passion. It's like gooey and hot and gross. But oatmeal cookies, overnight oats, I'm all for it.
Is it
almost like it
because-
tastes and feels completely different?
Is it because it's a dessert at that point? You're just adding all that sugar to it? So you didn't ever really like the oats in the first place. You don't even like oatmeal cookies. You like all the sugar that's in it?
No, it's the consistency. Overnight oats doesn't have a lot of sugar in it.
You like overnight oats?
Yeah, I like overnight oats.
That's kind of, well, if you put enough liquid in there, it would make it a cold oatmeal.
I feel like the texture is just still different. Maybe that's it. Maybe it's a texture thing. I guess there's
Probably.
multiple
A lot of
foods that
people
do
don't
that.
like texture.
Just a lot of people don't like texture.
Yeah, they don't eat a lot of things because of the way that feels in their mouth.
Do you have anything like that you don't like to eat because
Tomatoes.
Of,
I despise tomatoes.
Really? They're
The only
that
time
bad
I
for
ever
you?
like them is if they're like on a taco and they're all mini diced up. I can deal with it.
almost at that point that's like a salsa, right?
Pico de gallo, whatever you want to call it, or if it's just
Yeah.
they're slimy. Like I'll get a Whopper with cheese, and sometimes I'll forget to say no tomato,
Mm-hmm.
and you get that fucking pink rubbish slime all over the patty.
Now is that just now? Okay. Now do you not like tomatoes in general, or do you just not like the pink slime,
I don't like
gross ass fast food tomatoes?
They don't feel like a finished product when I eat it.
They feel like they still need time to develop.
Yeah,
It's like a. No, I was gonna make a bad joke. That was not gonna be good.
let it out.
No, I'm not gonna let
Okay.
it out. It was a unborn fetus joke, but
I don't know. Grapes and wine would be another one. If that counts, or am I just thinking?
I think you're thinking too much. I think my only example for this was oatmeal, and this whole point I want to bring up how I just don't like oatmeal.
Okay.
But are there other foods that are like that though?
I mean, rephrase your question again. What was the initial question?
Just how it's the same food cooked differently or prepared
Okay.
can be completely
Here,
different.
I got one for you.
Okay.
I'm not like a big raisin fan,
Ooh, okay.
but Raisin Bran, when you get those raisins in some milk, for some reason it fucking lights up
It
my brain.
slacks.
Yeah, I like it.
See, which is also crazy because a raisin is literally just a grape.
And I big grape fan.
Big grape fan, right? But isn't that nuts how a grape, you do something to it and it's completely different. It tastes completely different. The texture is completely different. You put it in some cereal. It's nuts. Would you never put a grape in cereal?
No, never.
No, never. But raisins, perfect. Makes sense.
I'll fuck with it.
Oh, me too.
It's wild that anybody. It's wild the different levels of cooking. Like when you think about it,
Explain.
like anybody can get some kind of beef and cook it, but there is levels to that shit where you enhance everything
Sure. You just mean like different recipes or
and techniques and everything.
how to prepare it?
Yeah.
Okay.
You take 10 people, you're gonna get 10 different results, and it's wild to me.
Or if we're talking about if you just gave someone a cow and you told them because that
Well-
that same meat could be made into a steak. You could do
But
different
there's
sort
different
of
parts of the cow.
Sure, but you can ground up any part if you want to make ground whatever. Granted, I'm just saying if you gave someone
yeah,
a
you could.
cow and told them they'd make something, I bet you 100 different people are going to make it 1,000 different ways.
I think that's
Exponentially.
fascinating to me.
Yeah, that's really cool.
I don't know. Now I sound high.
No, that's a very good. I like that thought.
I don't know, man. Now I'm hungry. I haven't ate. Well, I had one Sam's Club hot dog today, which let me tell you, there is no better hot dog.
No. Really?
I'm being 100%
Couldn't
honest.
tell you the last time I went to a Sam's Club. Last time I was in the club.
I mean, for $1.50, you're not gonna get a better deal.
$1.50 dog?
Or it's $1. I don't know. I paid like $1.40.
Did you get all the toppings that we just talked about? Or do they only have certain
They
toppings?
only have certain ones. Disappointing, but it's
Condiments.
I don't even know what a hot dog is when it's
No one
that one
does.
color, but this one is like all beef, I think. And they're fat. They're fucking that glizzy just goes right down.
Oh man, I see. I couldn't. Will you give me one next time? Get one. Go to Sam's Club for the podcast. Bring one over.
Okay,
I'd be stoked.
I'll do that. I don't know if you can. I don't know if hot dogs are one of those things that are anybody can make them different.
No, it just depends on who you buy it from and what garbage they put in their version of the hot dog. I think, right? I mean, there's so much garbage that are in hot dogs.
That's what they say.
That's what they say. I don't actually know.
I don't know. Are you into? This all started with coffee.
Yeah.
Are you addicted to anything else?
Addicted? No. I don't think so.
Sure you are.
No. I mean, I indulge in the marijuana, but I mean, there are weeks where I don't smoke,
Okay.
like full weeks. I don't drink that much. Honestly, the only time I drink is when you come on the podcast. I don't play video games that much. I don't really think so. Is there anything you're addicted to?
Twitter.
Twitter? Dude, I fucking hate Twitter.
Why?
I hate
I think
Twitter
that's the
so
best out of
much.
all of them.
No, I think it's the most bullshit company out of all of them.
Oh, I'm not talking about the company. I'm talking about the product.
Oh, besides, I don't even want to use the product at that point. That I'm so
What do you
sour
use then?
about. Huh?
If you had to rank them, what's your number one then?
Number one thing as far as what I enjoy being on. Number one thing as far as like most addicting. Number one thing as far as
Both.
I think TikTok is by far the most addicting. I love TikTok.
Still have never downloaded it on my phone.
I'd say probably Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat.
Instagram. You just like looking at hot babes?
All the hot babes all day.
All of them.
All the hot babes all day.
Instagram, TikTok, and then what did you say?
Snapchat.
Snapchat. Really? You're a Snapchat guy?
But
I don't
honestly,
feel like anybody
Instagram,
uses Snapchat.
Instagram and TikTok are very interchangeable, depending on my mood. But TikTok, you can get hours, man. You can get lost for hours.
Same with Twitter. Like, there's days where I'll just I am 100%. Everybody is addicted to their phone, right?
100%.
But I'm not so much addicted to the phone as I am addicted to Twitter.
Now, is it just so? Question: when I think of Twitter, I just think of arguments, and getting just sucked into the drama of the app.
That's what I think when I think of Facebook.
Okay, I
Twitter?
couldn't tell you the last time I just opened Facebook and did whatever, because I feel the exact same way.
Yeah. Twitter, I'm sure it's funny because it's different for every person based on what you follow and whatever. Like, my curation is just everything that I like, so I enjoy everything that pops up because I have control over it. Whereas Facebook, it's like, well, it's more like friend-based. Like, and everybody's just arguing because it's everybody's opinions because it's just people. There's like accounts that are just like to be funny and they post funny videos and information that, like I got Broncos Twitter, I've got, all those different things. So it's just constant information. I'm like, what's happening? What's happening? What's happening? Give it to me. Give it to me.
See, I get what you're saying, and I like that. So Twitter, you're right. Twitter is great because the only thing that comes up on your news feed, unless you click the explore thing, which I feel like people get in the habit of doing, but it's only what you follow. It's only what you want to see, right?
For the most part.
Whereas I feel like Facebook has that bullshit algorithm. So I see just things that, that show the social dilemma or the documentary. They see you specifically, or they send you specific things, like the algorithm knows what you want to watch. And sometimes I feel like I get caught into that, and I have to like physically grab myself out and be like, stop fucking clicking on these dumbass videos. But that's like so dangerous. And I guess maybe I should give Twitter another try because that makes more sense. But I feel like I don't even go on Facebook anymore because sometimes I feel like they just show me bullshit.
Yeah,
like,
I've
just bullshit things that I know really I shouldn't look at and are probably not true, but they just pop up.
Yeah, I haven't
Endlessly.
actually like scrolled through Facebook in years.
Years, right?
But I just downloaded it again for the first time in years just to go onto the marketplace.
Yep.
See if I can find something I was looking for. Twitter, like the only time you would see something that you don't want to see is if, let's say, I follow you and you repost something
From someone else, or
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah. But you still you subscribed or you followed that one person.
Yeah, I just follow you. I can't control what you're gonna
Exactly.
post, but
Which I guess technically that's the same thing with Facebook, right? But well, here's the thing. Question. Do you remember Instagram used to be chronologically? They would show you everything chronologically.
I stopped using it after they stopped doing it. Give
Exactly.
me fucking things that said
And the reason-
6 days ago this person posted that.
But the reason why they do that is that they can pump up the algorithm, and Facebook does the exact same thing. Now, is Twitter still? Is it algorithmic or is it?
No, it's fresh.
It's time based.
It's fresh.
Okay. See, that's what I really like, because I feel like once the algorithm kicks in, then they're just showing you bullshit that's trying to get you like revved up, whether that's Instagram or that's Facebook, and that makes sense because they're owned by the same person, right? But
Oh, Instagram and Facebook.
Yeah.
Yeah. Twitter shouldn't be free. Like the great thing about Twitter is the content creators on Twitter.
Yeah.
Like I'm addicted to that. Like regular people that just use their time to create funny stuff to me.
well, and that's just different because I used to be big into Twitter, man. I think you know that. And
I never knew that.
You didn't know that?
I didn't know you were a big Twitter guy ever.
No. At one point, I had like 50,000 followers on Twitter, man, and I haven't been on it in years. Like this is talking. I was 20 when I deleted it last. I'm 27 now, so 7 years. I haven't been on Twitter since. And I think because I was so into Twitter, and then I haven't been on it, like I don't even know. To be honest, if I don't know what's going on with the app.
Yeah.
Like I made another account after I deleted my old one, and I think I have 2 followers, and I follow one person. Like I just don't use it.
Like I was I was on there the other day and I told you about this, but we couldn't find the video. Like somebody had posted a video of this elephant and it was walking and its dick was the size of its leg. Like you would have to notice that like that thing has 5 legs. And then like the great thing about Twitter is that everybody is like, so somebody quote tweeted it, but I can't remember what they said, but that thing went viral, whatever they said about it.
Yeah.
And like the way people's minds work and to say it and put it out there, I'm addicted to that.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. Do you know what I don't like though? To piggyback on that, because I get that. I think that's really funny. But are you ever on Snapchat where it's
Never.
like, okay, sometimes on Snapchat there's all those like the explore page and you can click on it, it's just bullshit stories, right? Half of those stories are like celebrity said something and 3 random Twitter accounts like with like random pictures, who knows how many followers, who knows who they are, like comment like, I can't believe they did this, and we're listening to just 3 random people
Yeah, they just cherry picked
in the middle of like Arkansas or Kentucky that we're just like, yeah, this person's opinion matters more than anyone fucking else's. Like that's what I don't
People
like.
are outraged. Who is? Little Jesse down the block.
Tina in Kentucky. I don't know why I keep thinking up Kentucky. I think people in Kentucky are great.
Never been. Well, I've been one. Is that Louisville?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I've been through Louisville one time. Seems nice. So fucking.
I've heard good things.
Seems just like that state seems like a giant barn.
Kentucky.
Yeah. No. Like the only thing that does suck about any of it, I guess we're talking like social media, I guess, right? Because
Yeah,
of
sure.
phones, we're addicted to our phones, and that's
Yeah,
I
sure.
think generally that's what everybody goes on.
Yeah. I mean, no one's obsessively going back to their phone to check their weather app.
Yeah. Like I do follow some people just because I know them, and they'll just post like their opinion on something that doesn't, and it's some kind of newsworthy thing that just doesn't. I don't agree with it. I think it's wrong. Like it's not factual, but it's just out there to the masses.
Yeah.
And that's like when you're like, I got to get off this.
Dude,
and it stops being fun.
And the worst part about it too, and not even the people say shit too, but then also now it's like so many news organizations, and I don't like to throw around the fake news thing, but so many news organizations now use like one source and they duplicate the same source, and they're literally putting out like the Russiagate story that just came out when they were talking about how the Russian government was putting heads on American soldiers,
Yeah.
whatever, or putting bounties on their heads in Afghanistan, in the Middle East. And everyone was so outraged, and that was a big talking point throughout the entire election. Bullshit. Complete bullshit. Never happened. Completely false. And, you know, they ran a lot. I remember seeing that on my newsfeed, and people were arguing, again, on Facebook about it all the time. And I remember seeing it for weeks, and people were arguing, whatever, and you get one retraction in the middle of the night? You know what I mean? It's like it's so easy for people to put out information, and then it's wrong, you know, admitting it's wrong, the retraction is so minuscule compared to what they're putting out there.
Yeah, and there's a lot of that.
Tons of it.
And it's just like, you could like find out the answers to this stuff, but you're just writing fake stuff for whatever purpose. I don't know. Like, and it's the only part, you know, it's just like, it kind of ruins everything. Because, you know, like social media has the protections to where, like, if the New York Times says something on there, they can't be sued for whatever happens or whatever. They're not liable. So they're like, yeah, free speech, but you're like misleading people on purpose.
Yeah. And the social media, they can have people say things that may not be true or maybe misleading, and they could push that up to the front so that everyone only sees that.
Yeah.
Whether it's right or wrong on either side, it doesn't matter. Whatever information they want to put, and that's the crazy part. And like, I don't fuck the political side of it. Just like being able for someone to be able to just mold and put whatever ideas they want to the top and then suppress any other idea. Fucking crazy.
Here's a question for you.
Yeah.
Which do you think happened more?
Okay.
Let's say, when did you think? Well, first answer this. When do you think the internet became like actually popping? I'm talking Wikipedia, Google.
Okay, are we talking just poppin'?
Like pre-2000?
No, early 2000s.
Early 2000?
And then when do
Let's just use 1995.
No, later than that, man.
2000. We'll just use 2000.
2002.
2002. Okay. What do you think happened more? Like pre-internet, somebody tells you something, ostriches can run 55 miles per hour, and you go, I don't know if that's true. Or after the internet comes out and you read something online, it's like, ostriches can run fucking 65 miles an hour. And you're like, I don't know if that's true. Because information is
right,
everywhere.
okay.
So if you get what I'm trying to ask.
Like, do you think we're numb to it? And maybe not numb to it. Maybe that's a bad thing. Like, do you mean someone said something that's clearly just crazy back in the day, and you were just like, this person's full of shit?
Yeah, like you could go read a book and find out, but you're spewing that information.
Yeah.
But it's like in public. It's opposed to like anybody can say anything online at any time.
Yep.
You're like, and you have to question that just because of the fact.
Everything.
Yeah.
I remember it used to be, and I don't know if it was just me growing up, but it used to be I would read everything online and say, wow, that's amazing. And like just believe everything that people said online just because I was like, who's going to put up some bullshit? And now I'm just like, every single thing I read, everything I see on TV, like I'm the worst person to watch TV with because I'll be like, that's all bullshit. Like it's all scripted. It's all fake. Now I'm the worst. And I wonder when that fucking switch flipped. And I was just like,
I think it was, within the last 7 years.
I think so too.
I think like when we were kids and we used the internet, Wikipedia was a trusted source. Despite what the school says, like Wikipedia didn't lie back then.
I'll tell you what, I love whenever the Buffalo Bills, whenever there's rumor of like a new player or someone coming here or there's like drama, whatever, people, I don't know what it is about Buffalo Bills fans, but they go and edit the Wikipedia pages of whoever it is. Like there's Max Kellerman. Do you remember that feud? Max Kellerman, he's on the ESPN show,
First
like the
Take.
First Take show. And he was talking shit about Josh Allen. And then Josh Allen ended up making, no, it wasn't Max Kellerman. Who's the balding guy that's on Fox?
Fox. He
he's
watches Fox Sports.
No, he goes on.
Balding guy.
It's not First Things First. Jesus, Nick Wright. It was Nick Wright.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Anyway, I digress. He was talking shit about Josh Allen, and then Josh Allen ends up going to the AFC Championship game. And then people started changing his Wikipedia to like his father. He changed his father to like Josh Allen. It says like it's his daddy. Like I think that's the funniest thing. It's when people go and edit like that.
But like
That's clearly
it's
fake.
it's funny because it's clearly fake. But now answer my question. Do you think more information spread back when people were just talking or online? Because
I think online now.
if I was a teenager in the 80s, everybody knows I love to lie.
In the 80s.
Yeah, teenager in the 80s.
Oh, okay, teenager in the 80s. Okay.
I love to lie.
Yeah.
Like lying is one of my favorite hobbies. Like just to go along and play off something
Yeah.
and have all my friends think something, it gets me going. But
Okay,
I'm
Dane Cook.
like, and nobody would be able to fact check me because there's no internet.
Right. Okay.
It's either you believe me or you don't. But I feel like I'm somewhat persuasive. You know,
you could pull it off.
Yeah.
I mean, eventually they would find out, right? Eventually.
maybe they would have to go look it up, but you'd have to go to a library or something back then.
Do you think people ended up telling other people like ridiculous facts like ostriches can run 86 miles per hour, and they would bring it up at dinner parties and be like,
100%.
"Listen, I know a guy, and he's in with ostriches, and they definitely go 102 miles per hour."
Yeah, I would say that I had one or two on a farm or something that my cousin owned or something. Like to me, I would lie so much. But you like with the internet, if you lie, it's in front of millions of people. And I don't know if they care so much or what the deal is.
But I also feel like you have to want to look up that information, and I think that's a crazy thing.
And where I was going is that anybody can look up anything at any time
Anything.
because there's so much information available. So when you put something out there, you could easily open up a new tab and just, look to see if it's true.
Too much information, but no one does that. It's almost too much information, and I feel like we've become lazy and complacent, where we just consume the information that's given to us. Like I honestly cannot imagine, because I don't fucking do this, but I can't imagine that people wake up every day and they look up 5 different news organizations, and they purposely go out and look up stories. They read all these. Maybe some people do. I don't know. I'm a 27-year-old dude, but I feel like most people get their information from like one source that they just enjoy, and that's the
And
bias.
they just trust what they say.
Yeah, exactly.
Reinforces their
Ideas or whatever. And I think it's never been more readily available to get information, yet we're so lazy that we only get information most times from like single places.
I would agree with that. And I don't see, I'll read something, and if I go through like my internet, I just have tabs open of stuff that I wanted to come back to.
Yeah.
Whether it was right, wrong, or it led me somewhere else. Like I've always wanted to actually learn something. Like like if I read something, I don't know if that's true, look it up and then do with whatever information that I found. I don't ever remember like just regardlessly believing somebody. That didn't come out right.
No, that did not come out right.
I was gonna say blatantly, but
Blatantly believing someone or,
blindly
blindly.
is what I was going for.
Jeez, there we go. I was going to use Taylor.
CTE.
When did you get during your soccer days?
Yeah, too much balls to the face. Headers. I was giving too much head.
What an idiot! Oh, what a loser! Good. Good.
Yeah, no, I don't know, man. It's a weird time to be alive.
Like to think of one person that I was like, if they said it, I trust that it's true. Couldn't name you one.
I couldn't name one.
And I just have the problem where if I hear something that I'm interested in, like, I don't know if that's true, I'll just open up a new tab and come back to it.
Yeah, and what I found, we talked about this kind of before, where I said, remember when like you were talking to your parents, or maybe we didn't talk to this podcast, but there was one moment in everyone's life where they looked at their parents. Did we talk about this? And said they're like an actual person, not just your parent. Did we talk about that at all? Maybe not.
Not with me.
Maybe not. There's one. I feel like there's a
But
point.
maybe we did because I have CTE.
There's a point in everyone's life, I feel like, where there's an event that happens where you stop looking to your parents or at your parents as like parents and like a figure that's holier than thou, or
Yeah.
just like on a pedestal, and you look at them and say, oh, they're a real person. Like they're going through shit just as much as I am.
Ooh,
They're the
yeah.
same person, right?
Yeah.
There's an event that happens in everyone's life that's like that, right?
Yeah.
Where was I going with this? What were we just talking about?
Blindly believing people.
Right. It's the same thing. Okay. So what I was saying is there's a point where you start looking at your parents and they're just people. They're just trying to go through life. They're trying to just make it. What I'm going with that is that's how I just view any story that I see, whether it's a company, organization, whatever. I always figure out like what is their goal? What are they trying to accomplish? Who benefits from all this? Because at the end of the day, we're all just people trying to go through, and just going out there and blindly thinking that like these people are just good people, or they're just one thing and I trust them or do whatever, I think is just foolish and like a terrible thought process. Like assuming that everyone is number one looking out for themselves or looking out for a bigger picture or trying to benefit in somehow, I think is the right way to go, because we're all just fucking trying to do that.
Yeah, we're all trying to survive. That's a good point. Like, do you have a moment where you can look back and be like, I used to think my dad was fucking bomb, but then this happened. I was like, he's just getting his information in a different place than I am.
No, I
This
mean-
dude's a regular dude.
No, I mean multiple times.
Do you have one, though, off the top of your head?
Maybe not off the top of my head, but I think it's happened.
Because it
I'm
is.
trying to think of the first.
I think that's true. I think that happens to everybody, where you stop looking them so much as a parent that it's like, you're just a person. You just had me.
Yeah.
Like, you're not.
And what's interesting, and now I see it more. I mean, when I realized this, I think it was younger. You know, I'm trying to think of. I was probably 15,
Really?
15,
I feel like
somewhere
that's
there.
young. If I had to
No,
guess, I'd
15,
probably say
16. You were driving at 16. I feel like you could formulate your own thoughts. Maybe not.
formulate my own thoughts, yes, but I probably still, they're my parents, 16, probably blindly believed whatever they say was like the gold standard of whatever their
Everyone
stance
is
was.
everyone has different.
I'd say
childhoods.
probably post 18.
Okay,
post
mine
19.
mine was probably 15, 16. And wow, why can't I think where I was going with that?
A story that you have or no?
No. Oh, but now I see it all the time. That's where I was going with it. So I noticed that at 16, but now I see it all the time. I see people that I know having kids, and I see just because I know them, like
Yeah.
I know them as a person, whatever. I don't have that like looking up as a parent, but I see them like raising their kid, and this is gonna sound crazy, but I can put myself in the shoes of their kid. I can see what their kid is seeing, and
Yeah.
I'm seeing behind the curtain. Like I'm seeing what they're going through, but then I also see what the kid sees, and I think that's a crazy like dichotomy.
That's a nice word. That's
Thank
a
you.
5-cent word right there.
I'm really high right now, so I'm working.
And that's
on
a good point, because that happens all the time. Like, you'll see somebody in the grocery store, it's a parent that'll say something or do something, and you're like, I get why they think that or said that, but then if you're the kid, you're like, this is what I'm going to grow up to believe, kind of.
Yeah, no, it's pretty crazy.
That's wild.
What?
Your mic's off.
My bad. We good?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. Good
I don't
thought,
know,
right?
man. Yeah. I mean, let's try and connect some dots here.
All right.
Addicted to social media.
Yep.
Pretty much we went to disinformation right there.
Yeah, we kind of talked about the Russia thing.
Russia. That's where I wanted to go.
Okay.
Canada. I think I told you this. I think I told you this. My work truck has only one radio station in it,
Okay.
and it's like an soft 80s rock, but it's a Toronto radio station that comes in crystal clear.
I know those Canadians, they love this. That was a really bad Canadian accent. Those Canadians love the soft 80s rock.
And, it's kind of funny, too, because some stuff, and it goes back to a previous podcast we were talking about, like, America is kind of the center of everything.
Yeah.
Remind me that I have 2 points to this. I
Two
just thought
points.
of one, but I had one.
Got it. 2 points. I'll remember.
The music that they play is
Okay.
mostly American, where and Canada's right there, so it would kind of make sense, and it's English for the most part. There's French
Yeah.
up top, but like mostly English or American music. I don't know if the rest of the world's like that. It's overseas, but kind of feel like it is.
Okay.
2, they were talking about the Derek Chauvin trial.
Uh-huh.
Like, that's an American issue that Canada was watching closely.
No, but you know that that was an American issue, sure, but you know that those like protests and everything was going around worldwide. Like everyone saw that video and was pretty outraged by it, rightfully so.
We think they saw. I mean, we're not there. I don't know what it's like.
You're right. Isn't that crazy? So like I know that and that just goes in because I am not going out and searching for information for Canada. This is going to go back to our previous like social media topics, whatever. But like I'm not going out. So the only thing that I'm getting from like it's happening in Canada is whatever news information or news source or whatever is showing me.
Right.
So you're thinking the same thing.
Yeah, and I guess their news sources are just showing them American issues, which I mean goes probably we could go deeper. America, the head of the world kind of thing.
Yeah,
everybody, or we are supposed to lead by example or something. I don't know, but it's just it's funny to me, like that's the only station that I got, but how American it is.
Really?
Yeah. But it's
or maybe
also
that's just because other people are the same as us.
could be. Yeah.
Could be.
But it's in. Where was I going to go with that?
The other people are the same as
Oh,
us.
Canada. And they were talking, because the first time I ever found out about it, like, I don't know what this is. I only have one station. I can't change it. The buttons are all stuck. The fucking dashboard is, like, falling off. These trucks are trash. It's, like, old Isuzu. And they're saying, traffic's backed up on the 499 up on Dundas Street. There's a fire out there. And I was like, Dundas Street? That's fucking Toronto. That's like downtown Toronto.
Yeah.
And they kept talking, and then they were like, yeah, and this goddamn Justin Trudeau locking us all down, which
Oh, yeah.
they were talking shit on Justin Trudeau on air.
Upset about. I saw something, again, not to bring Facebook, whatever, but I saw someone post something on Facebook about being in Niagara Falls, looking over the border and seeing people with signs like SOS, help us signs.
That's fucking hilarious. They want America to help them. Like, we ain't any better over here.
Well, we might be a little bit better, man. You seen some of these stories? Like, they've been shut down 5 times, locked down 8 times, and their numbers aren't going down. Like, I don't know what the hell they're doing down there.
They might get 15,000 from New York if they cross over the Niagara Falls. Falls.
Go over the falls in a wooden barrel, and Cuomo will give you 16 grand.
Shit. And it's funny because the radio people, they had like kind of a French accent.
Yeah.
So it was kind of funny. Like, it's fun listening to it.
Manitoba.
Yeah, not like the cars. They almost sound Boston. Like,
They'll park the car and
but
coffee.
they were straight talking shit about.
So bad.
I know they have like a parliamentary system. I don't know what the whole structure is over
I have
there.
no idea.
I don't think they're like communists or anything,
Definitely not communists.
or however strict it is.
Yeah.
But they were just talking shit, and like they were like, yeah, and one of these new rules because they're going into stricter lockdowns, like you just said, and it's like the cops will stop you if you're outside and ask you why you left your home, and if it's not a valid enough reason, you'll either get fined or arrested depending on what you're doing. And it's like, yeah, the times suck right now, especially.
But not that.
Yeah, that we ain't there.
But what I think a lot of people take for granted, and this is going to get all star-spangled fucking awesome, and like, I love America, but I think a lot of people don't realize how great the Constitution is, and like the Bill of Rights, and our rights that like our founding fathers bestowed upon us. Like, the other countries that we think are like free and great and go lucky just don't have. Like, if and this is, not conspiracy theory, but like, if anything was to ever go wrong in any of these countries, right? There's nothing that's backing like the people in that. There's nothing that says in their like doctrination or in their like documentation of a country that says that these people have these freedoms, right? They're just like giving them these quote unquote freedoms. Whereas in America, I feel like we have a founding document that is like protecting us. And I think a lot of Americans take that for granted because that doesn't exist in a lot of other countries.
Yeah, I don't know if or how many other countries have like a life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness type of mantra.
Maybe they do, and we just aren't educated enough to know about it. But in my head, I feel like
My
it's
head leans
not.
there.
Yeah.
But it was just, it was wild. That's the one station I get. So I'm kind of like catching up with how Toronto, I don't know if it's the whole country. I don't know if it's Toronto, Ontario. It's just locked down
they have,
like that.
provinces and
Yeah.
I don't know how that works. I think a province is like a state, right?
A province
Same
is
concept.
more like a district. like I guess like the Eastern time zone could be like its own province, and then there's different states and cities. It's basically the same thing, kind of. I think it just has different jurisdictions. Like there's only like 6 or 7 provinces, so it's not like 6 or 7 states. Because Toronto's kind of
Toronto's a city
in Ontario.
in Ontario.
Oh, maybe you're right.
Yeah.
I didn't know. Well, whatever. I'm an idiot.
But there's like Montreal.
Yeah, Quebec.
Okay, Montreal's a state though, or not state, it's a city.
Montreal
Yeah.
and Quebec, Ontario. Those are all provinces.
Well, Montreal's not a province. This shows how uneducated we are in a Canadian like.
I'll learn
government.
more. They'll say more. I'll come report next week.
Next week, I'll be an expert in Canadian.
I don't know. It's just
Oh, that's
interesting to
funny.
me.
No, it's interesting to me too. Oh man, have you been looking up any? Have you been seeing anything fun on the internet recently?
So we want to debut a new segment that's like just our favorite YouTube videos. Right?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's a good way to describe it. Just things that we enjoy watching.
And I brought it up because like we were just saying about Twitter, like the product that people can make just in their free time is hysterical to me.
Oh, so funny.
Like, I don't know. Like, it's just, it never ceases to amaze me what people are going to do with information and with, you know, all of the tools available to them.
But it's also just like the people who have things. First of all, take the time to record something that's happening, and then deciding like this is funny enough to put on the internet and
Yes.
like
Or-
share with other people.
And we don't have, you can hit that. We got a new soundboard in, and I don't know if it's for this segment or if it's just another one.
Your fantasies can't ever be quenched, can they?
But we're gonna use that to go into a couple videos that we personally love. And this first one, like, you can hit play, and I'll tell you why I love it.
All right. Oh man.
Give me your fucking money! Give me your fucking money!
Oh, it's the wrong one.
Oh no.
That's the wrong one.
Oh my bad. Sorry, I played the wrong video.
You need the Law and Order thing at the end.
Okay, one second. Listen, this is our first time doing this. Give me a second. Oh man.
Give me your
All right.
Give me your fucking money!
Like, just because, like, I think that was a Vine, but it's something. What makes it great is that that's somebody's daughter that they told or taught her how to to do that, like to say those words and to throw the.
Oh, girl, let me give you a kiss. That is good. Mwah.
Sorry.
And then added the
That one's got it.
Oh my god. Stop
the
playing.
SVU music to it. Like, whoever thought of that is like it's genius to me.
Oh, it's so funny. Yeah.
Like, I just want to pay homage to these people.
Oh, but then there are people who genuinely, I feel like, are just weird people, but are also trying to take advantage of this whole like internet fame and TikTok just
Oh boy, what do we
time.
have here?
All right, outlaws, listen up. What makes you all think we're related?
No, stop this. Let me see this. Listen here, motherfuckers. You've done pissed me the fuck off, and I'm already in a bad goddamn mood today. Well, little advice to those that think we're cousins. No, the fuck we're not. I'm not related to her. I'm no kin to her. And if you keep the shit up, I'm calling the fucking CEO, and every one of y'all's little goddamn accounts are getting shut down. Do I make myself clear?
Just FYI, he's Cherokee.
Stop.
I'm not native at all.
You all have a loud mouth.
But it's like
What
everyone,
the fuck did you just show me?
but everyone has known someone like that. Like everyone has known these people, and now they have an opportunity to just put their shit out there for the rest of the world to see. And I think that's the funniest fucking thing in the entire world.
Is that like what's on TikTok?
Yeah, There's a lot of different sides of TikTok. I feel like there's a a positive, like, empowering TikTok, and then there's like the dark side of TikTok, like the dark web of TikTok of just fucking weird people.
Okay. Well, I've seen videos like that. I didn't know if they were popular or not. Obviously, this made it to the airwaves for you to bring it on here.
So funny.
Because like in my head, like TikTok is like obviously like hot girls dancing or something.
Lots of that. Yeah.
I've seen some food ones like with some food hacks or making food or something. I ain't never seen a lot of shit like that.
No. But there's also things that what my favorite is when these videos existed, like somebody saw it at some point in their life and then decided to like remember it and then re-upload it to like YouTube. If that makes sense. Like there's videos that were probably they saw in like 94 and then somehow got a hold of to put back on the internet.
Okay,
and it's
yeah,
still
yeah.
funny. I mean, at 94, it's an exaggeration, but like there are these videos of like these live TV. Like
I just kept hearing it. I'm ducking and everything. Died in the house. I got scared. I dropped my hot pocket.
What the hell was that? That's got to be a bit. That's too good for live TV.
but like or this one's pretty good too.
I've seen this
Can
one.
I ask you, if you won all the money, what would you do with it?
Bunch of hookers and cocaine.
Oh, okay, that's not good.
I think that goes on.
Does it?
We were hoping for a different answer. That's probably not the answer that we're looking for.
Well, the
Nope,
sign
that's-
says
They missed the good part of that.
What was the good part? I don't remember that.
She's like, "Hey, sir, are you hoping? I don't know whatever the jackpot was.
yeah.
Are you hoping that you hit that $3 million jackpot?" Or she asked, "Do you know how much the jackpot is?" And he's like, "No, I don't." It's like 4.5 million. He's like, "I knew it." You just said you did it. They cut the good part out.
I never saw that video before.
Oh my god,
I
that's a
just thought it'd be
classic
funny
too.
to play here.
Oh.
All right, you told me to pull up this video though. Banana bread at work.
This
dude.
is one of
It's
this.
47 seconds.
I love this video.
All right.
Some banana bread at work today, dude? Hell yeah. So it just goes to show that waiting for things is like worth it. But there's a lot of bad things in this world, dude. Like fucking skunks, dude? Hell no. Scratching your eye, but it's still fucking itchy, dude? Hell no. The fucking Cubs, dude? Hell no. Like getting paid not a lot of money, dude, for fucking working? Hell no. But banana bread at fucking work, dude? Hell yeah. Hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah. Banana bread, bro. At hell fucking work, dude. Hell yeah. I got some banana bread.
See, I don't know if that's a bit or if that's like genuine. I get it as genuine, and the things he like, it makes it great because the things that he mentioned that are terrible are just like skunks, yeah, not getting paid a lot for work, yeah, and the fucking Cubs, dude, hell no.
What's so funny is you could tell me that that was just a bit, and this guy spent hours trying to figure out things that would be funny to say, or you could tell me this guy's just a fucking psychopath and decided to upload this to the internet. I'd be like, yeah, no, that makes sense.
I don't know if he's a psycho. That dude, whatever he did right there, if he planned it, I don't know if that's genuine because I think that it is. If I had to put money on it,
Yeah.
it's fucking brilliant. I love that video to death. That should be in the Hall of Fame.
Oh, that is a funny video. Oh man,
I fucking love it.
you should get a TikTok. That's pretty much all TikTok is. You can and TikTok again, it's an algorithm too. So like depending on what you watch or search for, like
I don't know.
you
where
can
to
get
even
into
start.
the funnier. You know, not everything is a bunch of girls doing the same dance for views.
Oh, I'm sure it's not. I just know that that's what it's famous for.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I don't know. I just wanted to pay homage. Like, there's so many good. I don't even want to call them skits. Like real videos, like before the now TikTok.
No, I mean that's like Vine, right? I mean that's all Vine,
Vine.
is. Vine pretty much was TikTok, and then they made some bad business moves.
Or
and
just
had to
uploads.
close.
I don't know if you're gonna play it, but we had Free Shavakadu.
I don't know if it's still on here.
another one. Like I don't think that was on anything, was it? Or does
It was
that
on
person?
Vine.
Oh, Vine was where it's at. That's like I don't know. Time limit on TikTok.
I think it's longer than Vine was.
Yeah, I'm not really there for that. I like Vine was like 6 seconds or less.
Something like that. Does this actual video come up? All right, let's search this up.
Get to Del Taco. They got a new thing called free shavacadoo. Free shavacadoo.
Well, like another thing.
Get to Del
like
Taco.
A person took
They got
that,
a new thing
knew
called
it was funny.
free shavacadoo. Free shavacadoo.
Classic.
Oh, it's so good. It's
Classic.
so good. It. What's funny is then people, and that's just what's so crazy about America. Not just America, it's the internet, right? But that's what's so crazy about the internet was like, someone could post a ridiculous video like that and then do compilations of.
Oh my god.
And I'm like, someone else had to make that video, and I just think it's almost never ending. Like, there's that saying, like the internet is undefeated.
It is, yeah.
It's so true.
That's what I'm going back with, like Twitter. Twitter is undefeated because all this stuff just comes up on my Twitter.
Yeah.
And I just love it. Like, it shouldn't be free. There's too much gold out there from random people.
Oh, yeah. People are weird, man. There are some interesting characters out there.
I fuck with it all.
Oh, I fuck with it all too.
I would love to do, like, sketches.
Like bits?
Yeah, like, well, sketches.
Like sketch comedy? Like Saturday Night Live or Friday Night Live, whatever the hell it's called?
Yeah, Saturday Night Live, The Chappelle Show, Key and Peele, Mad TV. Mad TV was the best.
All that?
Wasn't that like all that wasn't it? Well, it was. Who was the
sketch
chick?
Comedy. Amanda Bynes.
Amanda Bynes.
Amanda show.
I remember that. Yeah,
So
that was
good.
Nickelodeon.
Classic.
Yeah, that was. I would love to do things like that. And I have some ideas in the chamber.
Is this you telling me that you want to start making sketch comedy?
Yes, if we could. Yeah, I would fucking love it.
And air it in the middle of a podcast?
Yeah, we could, or just as additional material.
You have ideas?
Yeah.
Are you gonna share them, or are you just gonna not?
I'll tell you
don't
off
wanna
air.
Off air, okay.
I
It's
got
very secretive things. Got it.
I would love to do that. I don't know how much. I'm sure it takes a lot of prep and a lot of time.
You saw how much prep it took to do the podcast.
I feel like this is more complicated. Like, I don't know. I feel like you could do something in one shoot.
This?
Kinda. No,
or the sketch?
Sketch.
Oh, yeah, no, for sure. For sure. Do you remember the ones that Steve, like Frangione and Curry used to make? Like those sketches, like the snack wrap sketch?
Was there a sketch to that, or was it just a song?
Well, I know it was a song. I thought they made
Snack
a sketch.
All on the floor. Snack wrap. Get me one more.
Do you? They did a couple. I mean, that was what, like the Lonely Island before Lonely Island was the Lonely Island. Like
yeah, Lonely Island. Was that before Boats and Hoes?
When did Step Brothers come out?
I don't know.
I don't know either. I can't.
Because
Because
I'm on a boat, bitch. Remember? Oh.
I don't remember the timeline. What came first, but it's so because I feel like if those came out now, I feel like it would be. Granted, I think those were like on MySpace at the time, but
yeah, MySpace.
Yeah, but if they came out now, I think they'd be more popular, or they would like. I think people would find it funny. Although I don't know, snack wraps.
Sketch?
Yeah.
Yeah. And, I don't think there's a whole lot of good ones out there anymore. Does Key and Peele still air? Do they still do things?
No, I mean, they're doing like billion-dollar horror movies.
That's what I thought. Like, I don't think that, and Chappelle Show obviously has been done. Saturday Night Live is a fucking trash show. All that stopped in like fucking 94 fucking years ago.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's really doing sketch. I mean, I think Saturday Night Live is the only one. I can't think of anyone else that's doing. What was the one with the puppets?
Harry Potter Puppet Pals?
No, not that one. It was on Comedy Central. It was
oh, Skankers
so
or something?
Skanker Yankers, Yankin' Skankin' or something.
I don't know if that was a sketch show. I thought that was a regular show.
But it was a sketch show, but it was a sketch with puppets.
Oh, I think we're thinking of two different things. I don't know.
It was like the the puppets that are in the Eminem music video?
Yeah.
That was like those kind of puppets, but on Comedy Central, and each one was like a sketch, and like celebrities would come in and voice the puppets.
I think there's something there that somebody, and maybe that's like the new YouTube. Maybe those are the new sketches, but I don't want that.
Yeah.
I want like nice, thought out, fucking hilarious, put together things.
That's TikTok, man. I mean, and
Is it,
it's,
though?
But it's. I feel like that's TikTok on a smaller scale. Like, I think what you're thinking of is like early YouTube with like Shane Dawson and like those people who would make sketch comedy and like sketch whatever. But now TikTok and Vine, it was the same thing. They just shortened it for like internet consumption. It's the same thing. It's just on a smaller platform.
Is it, or is it a branch off of sketch comedy? Do you remember College Humor?
Yes. So that's
Like, that's a sketch, but it's also, but because it's like different, it only lasts a couple minutes.
that was the AA Ron, right?
No, that was Key and Peele.
No, I thought that was first College Humor though.
Maybe it was for College Humor,
I
but
thought it was.
that was one of them.
Yeah, he was
That was a sketch
yeah.
in the classroom. Like, College Humor used to do those. Do you remember the Batman sketches?
Where he's like talking in his voice or whatever.
Like, there's one, and somebody's just got like a fucking mask on, and there's Harvey Dent is in a chair, and he's got one half of his face blown off, and the other half is Harvey Dent, and he goes by Two-Face or whatever the thing is. Harvey, what'd you do with Two-Face? Or, whatever. And he'll flip it's me, Batman. Two-Face, what'd you do with Harvey? And then he'll go to this other side. If I have one face like this, and I'm talking the same like this, who am I? Two-Face. like, they were so stupid. Like, there was a sketch in Mad TV. Like, remember Stewie?
No.
Look what I could do.
No.
Oh, my God. Ari Spears. All of them. Tom McDonald.
No. I never watched those ones.
Oh, I was a big fucking Mad TV fan.
Do you remember? And I just, because you mentioned that you might want to talk about like Steve, and then I was like getting not ready, but like trying to remember things that I like remember from Steve's whatever. But I remember there was a specific time we were all watching like the "Can I Have Your Number" sketch.
Again, I don't know where that was from.
I think
Mad TV.
it might be Mad TV.
Yeah.
But that was funny. And then the Old Greg, which I think was from an actual TV show from London. Do you remember Old Greg?
It sounds familiar.
It's like the weird green fish guy. And he's what about the boat times?
What about the boat?
If anyone out here has never seen Old Greg, go on YouTube and search Old Greg. I don't know if it's Old Greg or Old Greg, but it's fucking great. It's this green, scaly fish man. It's such a good sketch.
I'll do it. I think it'd be fun to do that. And it probably takes so much time in production.
Oh,
so I don't know if it's actually feasible, but I'd have a blast. I've always kind of wanted to act and do little stupid stuff
You want to
like
be an
that.
actor?
I feel like I'm pretty eccentric to do a lot of different roles.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Have you ever... I was an extra on that TV show Nashville when I lived down in Nashville.
No way.
Yeah.
With Hayden Panettiere?
Yep.
I used to have the biggest crush on her.
She's pretty great. I was never on set when she was on there, but I was with the Triple X's was the band. So I was in a lot of I was in one background when I was with one of the lead actors, and I like was standing there with a book. And then I went like 4 other times just to be in like the audience. So like there are episodes of Nashville where like the Triple X's are playing, and you'll see me in the audience.
You'll have to find those. I would love to see it.
Yeah, well, I'll show you after that. I don't want to search right now, but it's they're on there. I'll show you later.
Deal. I was in one commercial when I was fucking young.
Yeah?
For Jake's Uptown Grill. Maybe 2.
Jake's Uptown Grill. Is that the one that was across from
Corner of 3rd and Cherry, downtown Jamestown. My dad's restaurant.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Why? What was there another? No, there's a Hometown Grill.
Hometown Grill.
That was the one that was across from
3rd
Farm
Street.
Fresh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And I think I've done stuff for like school projects at UB or something, but
Like commercials?
no, not commercials. Just like you had to do a presentation. We did like sketches or something.
Nice. Did you think that you were a competent actor? Do you think?
No, not back then.
Everybody's compared to like Tommy Wiseau.
Who?
Tommy Wiseau. The Room, the greatest movie ever made.
Oh, I didn't know that was his name. You say The Room, I know what you're talking about.
The greatest movie ever made. Compare it to Tommy.
If he's, what would you say he is on a 1 to 10? Just a 0 or a 1?
A 1.
A 1?
Because these words are coming out of his mouth.
I'm probably 2.5.
Well, listen.
Because everybody was...
we listening to that recording of us acting.
That was supposed to sound like that, though.
Yeah, right, I know.
We planned that.
Yeah.
It just sounds god-awful. Oh, hi, Mark. When he comes out on the roof.
You're tearing me apart, Lisa.
Did you watch the one with James Franco?
Yeah, The Disaster
Yeah,
Artist.
that's a good movie, too.
You have to
He does
watch
such
The
a good
Room.
job.
But you have to watch The Room before you watch The
I've
Disaster
seen it.
Artist. I mean, anyone out there who's like listening to this and doesn't know what we're talking about, watch The Room. Not Room. That's Brie Larson. She was like, she won an Oscar for Room. We want The Room, a Tommy Wiseau film.
Keep thinking you say Tom Izzo, like the head
Tommy
head
Wiseau.
coach of the Michigan State basketball team.
No idea who that is, so I would not have said that.
Okay.
Oh man, that movie is so good.
It is. Which one? The first or the second? Because they're both good.
The Room.
Like in their own respective.
Yeah, but I'm talking just The Room. Like there's so many, and I swear, every time I talk to anyone about movies, like that's one of the drop the pen. It's one of the first movies that I'm like, you need to watch this movie. You need to watch it, and it's like pulling teeth to convince. It's like, what's the selling point? It's the best, worst movie ever made. Like that's a hard selling point.
Yeah. It's so bad that you have to wonder if it was supposed to be that bad, but it's not. So that's what makes it great.
It was touted, and it was a very serious drama. And you have to watch it with that in mind, because if you just watch it and think that it's a sketch or something, you're like, this is dumb. But if you watch it as like these actors were paid and they got a script, and this guy starred, wrote, directed, financed, produced his own movie, filmed it with HD, digital and film, like all these things, and watch it with that frame of mind, it's the greatest movie ever made.
Yeah, I can't argue with that.
It's the greatest movie.
It
ever
is
made.
great.
Can we one episode? Can we do a The Room watch along?
Oh,
as a podcast.
That'd be funny. Grab a couple beers, sit down with us, and watch it.
I think that'd be a fun, like a live stream podcast.
That'd be fun.
Of watching The Room. Maybe not next podcast. Maybe the following podcast. I think it'd be a fun podcast.
Or
idea.
a separate thing.
Yeah,
do it twice.
That
we could do.
that.
Yeah,
it's such a good, great, fantastic movie.
If Rogan has like MMA
fight companions,
maybe we have movie companions where we'll just fucking get ripped and fucking watch some movies and just shit talk.
I'm down. Is that in addition?
Yeah, in addition.
Pearl City Boys movies.
We gotta come up with a bag.
PCBM.
Yeah, okay.
Sounds like a fucking intercontinental missile.
I'd be down for that.
Me too.
So podcast, a movie along. Well, here's where I was going with the sketches.
Okay.
Since we don't have any ads.
Yeah.
Maybe the sketches will be for ads.
Like you want to make made up sketches?
Yeah.
For our ads?
Yeah. Well, I want to make sketches for like a fake ad sketch.
Okay. For what specifically? For real companies? For fake companies?
It'd have to be, well, in my head as I'm thinking about this, like if you had some kind of product, but you put like a label over the thing that just says ad. So if it's a beer, instead of showing the brand of the beer,
it's just a generic beer.
Or it just says ad. And just do our thing.
All right, I'm down. We got to think of what we're going to do, though.
I got you.
Okay, you got ideas?
Yeah.
All right, man. On that note, is there anything else you want to add to this podcast, buddy?
No, we should probably inform the people of how last week went. We spent all that time on the bocce rules.
Oh, right. We won. To be honest, I think we played people that we weren't even supposed to play, like in this bocce league.
I think we're supposed to play them.
We were?
I think
Either
so.
way. Never played bocce before, and I feel like there was a learning curve. We got smoked our first game.
Yeah, it wasn't good.
It wasn't even close. It wasn't even fun because I couldn't figure out how to throw the balls. And
it was fucking like 25 degrees out.
So cool.
Nobody wanted to be out there.
Nobody did. We ended up playing back to back our last 2 games because
Felt really bad about that because the way that it's supposed to work is that everybody will play like game 1. You'll start the list over again, play game 2 and game 3. It's the best out of 3.
Yeah.
Until you're all finished. And we lost our first game, waited till we played again, second game, kicked their ass. I was on fire in that second game, and it was over super fucking quick. Like, we figured out what we were doing. And we're like, well, that was so fast that let's just bump out the third one and get out of here. Because at this point, it was fucking like 9:30, whatever it was. It was late. And the third game took forever.
And you had people, like, granted, we're 27. We're late 20s. We had, like, 40-year-olds coming out, and they're like, hey, you guys done yet? It's past our bedtime. Like,
yeah, and they kept coming over like, scores? Like, it's 5-4. Like, what the fuck? You guys been out here for 35 minutes. Like, yep, sorry about that.
Yeah, I felt a little bad. It was fun, though. Cornhole got canceled this week. We would have went to Cornhole before recording this, or after recording this.
There's snow on the ground.
Yeah, so that got canceled. And Bocce tomorrow got canceled. So
my favorite thing of the whole night, we were talking to the guy that sets up the whole thing. His name was Mike, too. Mm-hmm. He goes, I don't remember how he even got there, but he was like, yeah, and he's looking down at his feet, and he's moving it on the turf. I used to be an accountant, but now I work here with my brother. Like, what?
I were an accountant, and now I'm a bocce.
Now I work for the Buffalo Cigar Club, like setting up cornhole leagues, bocce leagues.
See, I could have swore that he said, I used to be more involved here, but then I became an accountant. And you heard the exact opposite.
Yeah, I heard, I used to be an accountant. Now I work here with my brother. Like, fuck the corporate life, dude. Let's go sell some smokes.
Yo, I love Cigar Club. I love a good cigar.
That place is dope.
Super cool. We should go there more often.
We made our way there again.
I know we did. But I'm just saying we should go more often than that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Other than that,
I think we're good, man.
it's tomorrow night, so we'll keep it going if we do good. Otherwise, we won't bring it up.
No,
but it's probably
going
going
to cancel tomorrow.
I haven't read an email. Did you get one?
Yeah, it got canceled tomorrow. Hey guys, so all the podcasts are available anywhere podcasts are available. We figured that out. This is the second podcast in a row, high five, that the camera did not stop working. So I think we fixed it. I think we are on a roll. And thank you guys so much for listening. Our podcasts are progressively getting a little bit longer, which feels a little good. I feel like it's...
What did we wrong today?
1 hour and almost 20 minutes.
I think the last one was more.
I don't remember. I thought it was...
Hey, we're up there. I feel like that's good.
I think that's a good
attention span
yeah.
length.
I agree. Anything you want to say to the people before we deuce out, man?
Nope, I'm good.
You're good?
Pearl City, we're out.
Pearl City, we out.